Hello, my breakthrough audience. Thank you so much for joining me for this very special midweek broadcast. And it's basically me still celebrating my 1 year anniversary of bringing breakthrough programs to you. This is Breakthrough Tips, Tools, and Insights for Life. And I'm your host, Sharon Joseph from SAJ Consulting Services, where I help people live and lead with passion for their purpose. How do I do that? Simply through coaching and assessments and helping them build their confidence and communication and leadership skills. And I also help people, businesses rather, grow. I help businesses and business leaders grow through consulting, training, assessments, and helping them with strategic directions. And if you want to know more about me, you can do so by going on my website, simple SharonAJoseph.com. Or you can call me at 440-497-0172. 440-497-0172. So again, thank you for joining me for this midweek broadcast. Today, I want to share a little with you about breakthrough and my passion to help you walk in your purpose. Now, I've said several times, but as you know, breakthrough is all about helping you recognize that your mind, this little thing between your two ears, is your most valuable asset, and that your greatest investment is the investment you make in yourself. So that's the essence of who we are, what we do here. And my objective is to help you walk fully in the purpose in which you were created for. Think about the problems uh, that are still waiting to be solved. Think about the new inventions that are still waiting to be made. And maybe one of them could just be residing inside of you. So that's why I have this great passion to help people find or identify their purpose and live purposefully. So, we did something last Sunday at the 7 p.m. broadcast. I shared with you 4 keys to help you know your area of influence. I was that those were 4 keys to help you know what area or what thing or gifting or area of gifting that you are supposed to truly live in and impact. And I shared 4 of them, and one of them was to have you think about the problem that infuriates you the most. Think about the problem that infuriates you the most. More than likely, that's the problem that God has assigned to you to solve. So, in case you're wondering about that, you can always check your owner's manual because all through it, it tells you about your purpose. But in this case, I'm suggesting you check Exodus 2:10 through 12. The second thing I shared on Sunday or about you finding your purpose was, what do you naturally love to do? We miss that so often. We try to force our kids and people into area that they're not necessarily gifted in. We try to push them to do things because we believe that they should do that versus them having the desire or passion to do it for themselves. And the third way in which you can identify that area of influence or thing that you were created to do was to think about the things that really grieves you, that really breaks your heart. I hate injustice. When I see someone being hurt or being taken advantage of, it breaks my heart so much. And sometimes I wonder, was I supposed to be an attorney to fight for uh, people who were not getting justice? But something tells me that I'm supposed to be right where I'm at. So thank you again for joining me today. The final area in which you can find out we're not the final area. These are just 4 of the many areas in which you may be able to identify your own gifts and talents. The other one is to look at the natural things you're good at. All of us have some dominant natural gifts and talents. And that, my friend, is a clue or an indication to what your natural gift or purpose is, or the problem that you were created to solve. We are all created to solve a problem. Yes, that everything was made with purpose. So will you. So think about what you enjoy doing, what you do best, and then go after that thing with all your heart. Invest in yourself, in learning and growing area. And soon you'd realize that, oh, wow, I am becoming the best at what I do. And then people would pay, people would seek you out, they'll find you to help them solve their problem once you have identified the problem that you were created to solve. Okay, if you're now joining us, is Breakthrough, where I share tips, tools, and insights for life. Breakthrough, you may be asking, what is Breakthrough all about? Well, Breakthrough is basically a weekly conversation that takes us beyond the pain, beyond the challenges that we face on a daily basis to help us break through personally or professionally or in our businesses. It helps us to get to the point of breakthrough where we can now live and lead with passion and purpose. That's what breakthrough is about, helping people find their purpose and live purposefully with passion. And how do I do that? By sharing my story, by helping you, by giving you tips based on my own mistakes, my own life challenges, and hopefully you don't have to face the same mistakes I have faced in my life because I shared mine with you. I realized that in order to be transformed, we need to be transparent. And many times the pain, that one thing that hurts us so badly, or that one issue or situation that made us felt like we are nothing or no one, we sometimes stay in that feeling versus pushing beyond it and seeing our purpose. And breakthrough is all about help you to push beyond that feeling, that challenge you're dealing with, to identify that one thing you were created to solve. So again, thank you for joining me today. If this program is beneficial to you, I'm encouraging you, I'm asking you to kindly, one, subscribe to my YouTube channel by going to Sharon A. Joseph DTM on YouTube. Or if you're there now watching it there, please subscribe to my channel. My channel, I promise you, I'll always bring you information that is relevant, that is impactful, and that will help you change and transform your life. Thank you again for joining me. And don't forget to give me some love, some likes, some hearts, and to forward this to a friend. Share it with a friend for me, would you? Oh, okay. So this is my challenge. I am trying to get a specific number of YouTube followers or subscribes or subscriptions or subscribers. Would you be one of those and subscribe to my channel? Thank you so much in advance. Thank you. So again, this program, Breakthrough, it came about because of my own feelings of brokenness. So if you feel broken today, then stick with me. I promise you, I'll help you feel a little better or healed by the end of this program. I've shared my story many times about how I stuttered growing up so badly that I couldn't say my name is Sharon in one sentence without stuttering through every word. And even so, I couldn't enunciate S's. And my name begins with S for Sharon. Oh, that is so infuriating. I remember those feelings. So, my point to you is I didn't realize that brokenness in me was the one thing that drove me to be who I am today and to do the things I'm doing today. So I am encouraging you, no matter where you find yourself now, even if you're on drugs, even if you're homeless, even if you feel like you're nothing, no one and no one cares, even so, God still has a purpose for you. So don't give up. And as we go through this, I hope if you see yourself here or you see something that can help you move from where you are to your next level, why not grab onto that and use it to help grow your life? And if you need help, would you please give me a call? I'm giving you my number because I truly mean it. It's 440-497-0172. If you find yourself in a place in life where you feel like there's no hope, or you don't know what to do, or you just feel like nothing is working out for you, would you give me a call? I promise I will answer. I personally will answer that. So thank you for doing so. Okay, so my speech impediment, it was emphasized and made me feel demoralized because I was different. And many times we think that being different is bad. We feel that our differences kind of excludes us from being in the cool crowd. But can I tell you, it's your difference that truly makes you valuable. So don't forget that. I felt unworthy. I felt like nothing good could come from me. I had such low self-esteem, and I had no friends. As a matter of fact, maybe I did have one, but it wasn't a person I can talk to. My friend was food, and can I tell you, although my friend never spoke, he did some great damage to me because before you knew it, I was big like a barrel, and I felt even less in control of my life then because in addition to being to stuttering, people would call me fatso, people would call me barrel, people would call me so many horrible names. I knew that I had to do something about my best friend food, but it was difficult to do. But I eventually found a way. And it's funny because looking back now, food was making me depressed and brought me feelings of shame and insecurities. And yet still I kept just eating and eating and eating. I didn't know how to stop. I started believing that I needed someone's permission to affirm me or to tell me that I was worthy. And on top of that, because of all of my insecurities, I was a true people pleaser. If you're like that, I promise you you can move beyond that because we all deal with some issues in life and know that you're not alone. I think the essence of what I do here on Breakthrough is to let people know that whatever they're going through, that they're not alone and that many people could be in a worse situation than you are. But it takes you making a deliberate decision to do something about your circumstances and situation in order for things to change. I didn't know. I was a teenager and I didn't quite know what to do, but something deep inside of me, and again, that's your purpose. Your purpose would always try and redirect you in the right direction to get back on track. Something deep inside of me kept saying, there is more to you than this weight that you are ashamed of. There's more to you than this stuttering that you feel so broken about. There was more to me. And in I knew that I was made for greater, but I didn't quite know what. And that's where many people struggle because they don't realize their gifts, the purpose in which they were created for, is right inside of them. It's written in their DNA. They don't need to go someplace or some country to in order to get it, but it's right inside of them. And in order to get it, you need to look at those four areas I shared with you earlier. The things you hate, the things you love, the things you feel angry about or passionate about. Look at those areas and know that your gift, your talent, your purpose is hidden right in there. I was all people, and I mentioned that I was a big people pleaser. I because I never wanted to rock out or to be put in a position where I had to defend myself because I couldn't speak. This having a speech impediment, I tell you, it feels the end of the world. And I'm saying that knowing that there are people out there who may be thinking, Sharon, you think a speech impediment for you was at the end of the world, felt like the end of the world? Look at my situation. I have been on drugs for 20 years and I'm trying to shake it and I can't shake it. Or I've been in this abusive relationship for so long. I want to leave, but I don't know how. So we all have something that may make us feel like it's the end of the world, but I promise you it's not. It does take courage, though, to move from where you are to your next great level. It does take courage in order to help you truly walk in your purpose. It takes courage, it takes diligence, and it takes an investment in you. It's a deliberate decision in saying you want to make a change. So, as we speak, as I share this broadcast, as you listen to this broadcast, I hope something is triggered in your mind that will push you beyond where you are to where you are supposed to be as um, in your purpose. And I just realized I didn't turn off the volume on my computer. Okay, so as we continue, I didn't realize at that time that the challenges of my life were literally pushing me into my purpose. The fact that I couldn't speak and stutter pushed me into learning and leading and people. The fact that I couldn't speak saved me, I believe, from I didn't friend in high school, and many of my friends who had boyfriends in high school never graduated because they ended up getting pregnant and leaving school and breaking up with a boyfriend and so many different things. So I believe that my speech impediment to some extent saved me from many things. I don't even know what some of them are. So when you're tired of being pushed around, when you're tired of feeling low, when you're tired of feeling broken, I encourage you to look beyond yourself. And I'll share a little bit about my brokenness and what happened. I was born in Trinidad in the Caribbean. And in the Caribbean, it's been said that you never question God. I don't know where that came from, but we always heard, don't question God. So whatever we did, we never to question our parents or God. So, so you learn once you learn that as a young child, you become fearful of this God. You know, and yeah, I think the fact it was a way of frightening us, I guess, to reverence God. But what I thought was, if I question God, that He's going to strike me dead. I truly, truly believe that. I believe that if I question God about my brokenness, that He can strike me dead because I was questioning Him. And again, understand yes, it was my childish naivety, but it was also the culture in which I grew up in, where they tell you you don't question God, right? After all, He can strike you dead. So one day I was so angry, I was so frustrated. I was teased and bullied all day in school. And I got home, and mom was always telling me, don't worry, one day God will heal you. And I thought to myself, Ma, I'm tired of this thing, but one day God will heal me. And I went into my bedroom and I screamed out. And I remember crying out and screaming out in annoyance and anger. At that point, I had had such a bad day. I said to myself, if he kills me for questioning him, I'm ready to die because it was just so bad and so intense in school. So I ran into my room and I said, God, if you are really God, why can't you heal me? Because mom was always talking about him being a healer and that he can heal me. And I was tired of being ignored or not healed. And I cried out to him. And truly, truly, I was expecting to be struck dead that night, but somehow, or that at that moment, but somehow I wasn't. I yeah, I remember it as if it was yesterday. I was expecting, literally expecting to be struck down dead. I realized that, and I asked God, I said, God, if you're really God, you'll heal me. Because at that moment, I had realized that, wait a second, people, when their cars are broken, they take it to a mechanic and the mechanic fixes it. And if God is who he says he is, and he's my creator, right? If he created or made me, then he can fix me. Because if a mechanic can fix a car, why can't God fix me? So that was my reason for screaming out to him like that. And I realized at that moment, by the way, he didn't strike me dead and he didn't heal me then either. I'm saying to you, I'm speaking with you now because he proved himself true. He did heal me, and I am here with you. So I'm saying to you that you may be going through a struggle like I did. It may be very different. But whatever your struggle is, instead of being afraid, I am encouraging you to ask God, ask Him, or scream out to Him, or whatever you need to do. If you're doubting that He's real, whatever you need to do it. Fact is, you are here, and you didn't get here because your mother and father made you. You just came through them, right? So there must be a creator, someone who created your mother and father, and then allowed you to come through them. So reach out to him, call out, scream out, however, whatever makes sense for you. I am encouraging you to do it. He wouldn't hit you over the head. I know I thought that, and truly I did, because we were taught that, right? So I'm challenging you to go to your creator and ask him to prove himself to you. He did it for me. Whatever issues you're facing right now, ask him, cry out to him. He's patiently not just hoping, but waiting to hear from you and help you. I encourage you, if you have questions too about who you are, check out Romans 8 in your owner's manual. Your owner's manual, my owner's manual. It's that little black book that we see all over. And I thought I had one right here, but I can't reach it, so I will not get it. Or ask Google, hey, Google, ask Google to read Romans 8 to you. He can do that too, and you'd understand a little more. There is, and in Romans 8, it talks about there's no condemnation to those who are in Christ. You were created from Christ, so know that he's not going to condemn you. So go and talk to him. If you're struggling with finding your purpose and you feel like you're a nobody, it's only because you haven't identified your area of influence or purpose. You haven't been able to truly tap in to the greatness that is in you, in your DNA. Know this: nothing was made that was made without a purpose. You are here. It means that you were created with purpose. You know, I have this pen, and I think I used it some time ago. This is a pen, right? It truly is. You do this, and you can write. Just show you, it's a pen, right? However, in addition to it being a pen, this came from someone. Someone thought about this. On the other end, if you press this, there's a light there. It's not cool, right? There's a little flashlight. So before, people just made pens. Someone thought about another way of using pens and created a pen with a light. What if the things you use on a daily basis, or the things you see on a daily basis, what if you found a new way of using it? This pen into a light. This is a new way of using a pen, and even more creative. During this time of coronavirus, someone thought of another pen, something we all use, and they found a way of putting hand sanitizer. Yes, it's a little spray sanitizer, hand sanitizer on the other end, right? A pen, hand sanitizer inside there. So the creativity of who you are, it's in you. Look at the things around you. See what can be improved. And it wasn't meant for you to do it all alone. The person who created this pen and sanitizer, it may be two or three different people collaborating to make it happen, right? So you need to find who your destiny helpers are. I believe that I'm one of your destiny helpers to help you think about who you are, whose you are, and what you are supposed to be doing to help you find your purpose. So know that your purpose is written in you, and we all have purpose. Nothing or no one was created without a purpose. Everything that was created. This is a little piece of plastic, a plastic cap, but it belongs to a water bottle. And without this cap on the bottle, it wouldn't be able to hold the water and travel well, right? So the cap is made with a purpose. Every single thing that was made with a purpose. Finding your purpose means looking inside you, not outside of you. Your influence will bring you a first class lifestyle. So if you're homeless now, look inside you. See what you can give. Do good where you are, even if you're homeless. Do good where you are. I talk about my CIA principles quite often. My CIA principles basically talk about living with character, integrity, and a good attitude. And that helps you to live a first class lifestyle. And you don't have to be in a mansion to live, I'm sorry, with character, integrity, and a good attitude, right? So look inside of you, and you'd find the goodness, the greatness, the purpose in which you were created with or for. You were made to influence, and your influential life comes by you identifying your purpose and looking at or to your creator for help in accomplishing your purpose. Because only the person who made you with the purpose knows the explicit purpose in which he made you for. Okay, so I hope you got that. You and I were made to live first class lifestyle. I truly, truly believe that. We belong to a first class creator. So I believe that I'm the daughter of a king and I ought to have a good life, and so do you. So we were meant to live good lives, good, influential, affluential lives. And we were also meant to live naturally supernatural life. That sounds crazy. We are natural, but we have a supernatural being that lives within us, and we were meant to live naturally supernatural lives. So look towards that. I'll be closing up for right now, but I hope to bring you broad, more broadcasts, more broadcasts on a more frequent basis, because I'm so passionate about what I'm seeing and and how I want to help people. People are hurting. People are broken and need help. And I truly believe that I was put here to help people, and I want to do that. So forgive my passion. Oh, there's nothing to be forgiven about. This is Breakthrough, and I'm your host, Sharon Joseph, and I bring you weekly and now maybe on a more frequent basis. I bring you tips, tools, and insights that would help you live your life more passionately. So, as we close tonight, I just want to remind you to live life passionately. I have so much more to share with you, and I will come back again in a couple days. I'm planning to do more frequent broadcasts so that you can truly get more of what I'm sharing. People are dying without purpose. They're dying because they're not finding what they're supposed to do. Even seniors. Listen, I'll be focusing more on seniors, people who are retired, and people who have been out of a job because of this pandemic. How can you prepare for your next level or your next job? Or how can you prepare for the next phase of your life? Not because you're retired means that you have no purpose. That is so untrue. So I'll be sharing ideas and things which you can do to truly accomplish your purpose. And finally, I wanted to share this with you. On Sunday, I was talking about staying green. These bananas were relatively a little green on top here on Sunday, but now they're getting spots, right? So my objective is to encourage you to stay green. Stay green. Stay always wanting to learn and grow. Do you know on a weekly basis, I learn things more than I watch television? Because I know that my purpose is so great and we have such a short time here on earth that I want to truly bring out and leave everything I'm supposed to leave here on earth on earth. So I'm encouraging you to do the same thing. I prayed, I cried out, I screamed, I yelled when I was feeling so broken and alone. I cried out to my creator and I said, if you created me, then you can fix me and make me useful. I'm encouraging you to do the same. You know, there was this unknown man, his name was called Jabez, and he cried out to God, and he was, by the way, his name Jabez means pain. And he cried out to God and said, God, that you would bless me and bless me indeed. And guess what? God did it. He did it. So that's telling me, and our owner's manual tells us to ask and we will receive. What are you asking? It also says we have not because we ask not. So I'm encouraging you to ask. You know, Jabez, this unknown person, asked that God will bless him and bless him indeed. And what I interpret that to mean is he was asking for. Oh, okay. So he said, bless me and bless me indeed, enlarge my coast and expand my territory and keep him from doing harm. And God did it. So that tells me, I interpret it to mean that when he says, bless me and bless me indeed, it meant, God, would you give me influence and affluence? And I pray that prayer for myself and for you also, that God will bless you and bless you indeed, that he will give you influence and affluence, that he will enlarge your coast and expand your territory, that he would use you to impact this world. Everything in us, it's not just for us or our families, it is to be given to the world. When you think about And this is my last story. When you think about the fact that Jesus used a few fish and a few loaves to feed thousands, when you break it down, what I see is he took it from this little schoolboy and he blessed it. He lifted up, well, first of all, he gave thanksgiving and he blessed it. And then he gave it out. He didn't bless it, get a lot, and hold on to it. And so often that's what we want to do as individuals. We were made to impact this world, and we cannot do it by hoarding all the goodness that's in us or that we acquire. So I encourage you as you go out this week that you go out and you deliberately look for ways to bless the world and the people around you. Until my next broadcast coming very soon, I just want to pray for you. Father, in the name of Jesus, indeed, may you bless this audience and bless them indeed. Father, this unknown boy, Jabez, cried out to you and asked that you'd bless him and bless him indeed. And you did it. He asked that you enlarge his coast and expand his territory, and you did it. And God, I'm asking for those same blessings upon each and every person who is looking at this video or who would ever look at this video in the future. I thank you, oh God, for using them to truly show off the greatness of who you are by using them to impact the people around them and the lives of the people in this world. We thank you, oh God, for their faithfulness and being a destiny helper to me just by watching this video or being part of it, by sharing it, by subscribing to this channel. I just want to say thank you, Lord, for them. May you bless them and bless them indeed. And until next time, I pray that you walk with influence and affluence, walk purposefully in your purpose. So until next time, right here on Breakthrough, I'm your host, Sharon Joseph from Breakthrough, where I bring you tips, tools, and insights for life. And if you have a business issue you'd like me to help you with or coaching, check out my website, SharonAJoseph.com, or send me an email at SharonAJoseph@gmail.com. And my number, yes, I'm literally giving you my number, 440-497-0172. That's 440-497-0172. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel and encourage your friends to do so. I'd really, really appreciate it, especially if this broadcast is being a blessing to you. So until next time, right here, be blessed, and I'll see you soon.